I wanted to give a quick story on how and why I respect a doctor's profession. However, I do not trust every doctor. In fact, it is extremely difficult to earn my trust. Um, Now, do I go to doctors? I do. I do. Why do I go to doctors? I go to doctors when I need my levels checked. I go to doctors when I need to see, hey, what do you think this is? I like doctors that do extensive testing and all of that. Then they give me their opinion, and then it is up to me to decide what I want to do moving forward. Okay? So, for a few years, a few years ago, I kept getting my levels, and they kept saying, hey, your levels for your, I think it was the kidneys, yeah, for your kidneys are really, really high. When the normal, let's just say the digits were double digits, my digits were triple, okay? And it just, every year, just kept getting higher and higher and higher. And then they're like, okay, one of the doctors said, hey, listen, miss, you're going to have to go on medication for kidney because we don't want you to have kidney failure. And I said, absolutely not. And they said, no, it is my recommendation that you do because of XYZ. And I said, I respect your opinion and I'm going to respectfully decline. And he said, why? And I told him, I said, okay, let me ask you something. The kidneys filter things out, right? He said, yes. So anything I take, the kidneys have to filter it out, yes? He said, yes. So based on my levels, they're kind of stressed. Yes. Yes. Okay. So me taking medication, wouldn't they need to filter that out, wouldn't they? Yes. Now, just a backstory. Anytime a doctor prescribes medication for me, I ask this one question: what are the side effects? While they're telling me, I'm looking them up. And more times than often, the side effects that the doctor are telling me and the ones that I'm looking up are far and few in between. So they're just not adding up. Except for one of my my best Dr. Shao, you're the best. He automatically like, nope, 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 nope. Anyways, so I told the doctor, I said, so for this reason, I absolutely will not take this type of medication. He said, well, will you please go to a kidney specialist? I said, absolutely, I will do that. Because again, I use them for their expertise in diagnosing and seeing what is what. I went to the kidney specialist. Before the kidney specialist, he saw my levels and he said, I'd have to agree with the doctor. You're like, according to this, you're in kidney failure. And I was like, yeah, well, I am healthy. I know I'm healthy. Quick secret, your cells listen to you. Your body listens to you. And I'll tell you why I say that all the time later. And he said, okay, well, let's do the testing. We did everything. We did ultrasounds. They took extensive pictures and everything. I came back to him and a few weeks later, and he said, you're right. Your kidneys are fine. I said, okay. He said, well, I'll prescribe you some medication, and I know you're probably not going to take it. And I said, ding, 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 I won't. But you can give it to me and, and I'll sleep on it or whatever. I went ahead and did my research. I had done that already when they said my levels were elevated, and I found all the herbs that I needed. Nettle, kidney wood, which is a palo azul, and I took that and I drunk that. I looked to see how long can I take this? Do I take this every day? What is, I do my own due diligence. And I did this for 3-4 months and going. 6 months later, I get a call from my doctor because in that time, 6 months later, I went and had my levels checked again. He called me. He said, Miss, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it because your levels went from triple digits to double digits. And it's like maybe 5 digits above the regular, the normal levels. He said, whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it. And I said, I will. And thank you for your assistance. And That's it.